well, say what it is, you'll probably prove me wrong there.
I wouldn't prove you wrong, mate.
But it's just...
You know why? Because somebody with such an amazing taste, and because I used to be a cyclist myself, I know cyclists get a bad rep. But to be honest, I needed a cycle for college. There was no other way. I couldn't afford going by bus. And I felt that sometimes, you know, when you're on that lane, just there's a cars on the side.
Yeah.
And just sometimes they just troll you. They just out of nowhere. And then I think as a cyclist, definitely confidence is one of the things that it helped me with.
Yeah.
In the sense that it kind of gave me nerves of steel in that regard, that I wouldn't, you know, with every horn or this or that or someone shouting, I wouldn't get affected too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think cyclists do get a bad rap, as do Muslims. And I think the reason why I asked you that was because sometimes it's interesting. I'm not going to prove you wrong. I just give the other side of the coin that maybe you're unaware of, because, you know, there's a study done by Georgia State University. They said that anytime there's like a negative, like an attack, an extremist attack done by any religion or any religious adherents, Muslims get 4.5 times more media coverage than, say, people of other faiths. And then when you accumulate that, like Jack Shaheen, he did a study where he looked at the last 100 Hollywood movies that were done, and he said only a handful were positive depictions of Arabs. So when you accumulate this, then naturally it's, you know, you can't really blame somebody if they have like a negative perception of Islam. And then obviously it's our responsibility to kind of, like the Quran tells us, come to common terms between us and you. So that's sometimes the best. Like, even like I'm a avid, like I love psychology. I love kind of how the mind works.
Yeah.
And there's one study that was done. It said that the best way to remove a bias with regards to a certain community or a certain individual is to interact with them face to face. If you do that, naturally what will happen is a person will be like, you know what, I'm seeing this on television or in this movie, but I haven't had this experience. So that's the intention that I approached you. But so your name? Ricky, my name's Zishan. Nice to meet you, Ricky. So Ricky, I guess what I'm curious is, and be frank with me, to be honest, I come in Speaker's Corner as often as I can. And you know, Speaker's Corner, people come to Speaker's Corner with zero filters. So I'm used to that. And so, yes, my brother, how are you? You're right, yeah? So yeah, when it comes to no filters approach and stuff like that, I'm okay. So whatever you've had, I know it wouldn't be something that you're kind of coming with, but if there's anything that you've had that maybe you want clarification with, or something you just wanted to discuss about Islam, I'd be more than glad to.
Well, yeah, there isn't anything specific what I'd like to discuss about Islam. There isn't anything I'd like to discuss about any religion, to be honest, because I think they're all a bit of a waste of time.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why people get so worked up about them, obsessed with them. To me, it's just a waste of time.
Am I correct to assume, I'm reading between the lines here, am I correct to assume that it's not necessarily religion that you have an issue with, but rather when people commit acts of violence or force it down other people's throat? Am I correct to assume that? Or is it religion that you don't know why people follow it?
Yeah, it's just religion. I don't know why people believe in it. I think we're just here because I'm here because my parents wanted me. They're here as a result of long-term evolution. When we die, we die. That's it. I would never be that frightened of dying that I'd make myself believe in a religion, so make myself feel better that I'm going to go somewhere else. It's just
what's interesting.
Absolutely crazy.
I wouldn't say it's crazy. Reason being because there's a study done by Justin Barrett of the University of Oxford, and he took a sample over several countries, and he concluded that we are born with an innate disposition to believe in a higher power. So that's something that's innate, that even if you speak to a young individual in a country, maybe not even here in the West, whether it's in the West or the East, we're born with that innate disposition. That's the first thing.
Which is justifiable only to themselves, yes?
Sorry?
Justifiable to themselves.
Subjectively, yes.
Yes?
Subjective.
What is the point?
I'm yet to make the point. Yeah. Sorry. So the other point that you mentioned was, you know, when you started regressing back, you said, I'm here because my parents wanted me, and they're here because your parents, their parents wanted my parents.
Yeah.
It's interesting how you stopped at evolution. Like, you know, the first self-replicating organism, how would you say that came into being? And then what came to being before
I
that?
have no idea. No one really does, I don't think.
So philosophically,
Yes.
if we then continue this chain, the fact that we're here philosophically and rationally, would you agree that there can't be an infinite regress? I.e., I depend on this depends on that, this depends on that. If we continue going on ad infinitum, we're not going to obviously be here. So there has to be an end to that chain.
That's what you need to
Can you just wait?
No.
Can you not interrupt?
Have you tested
Because
that?
you're not showing your face.
No, it doesn't matter.
I'm having a nice conversation
No,
with
but
someone.
have you tested that?
He's
Have you
asked
tested
something.
that?
So
That's
I'm
what you need to
I'm
ask.
just going to answer him. Then I'll come to you. Yeah.
Sorry?
Your bike is sick.
That's why I said to
You
him.
need to ask, how do you know? Have you tested that theory?
He's got
I mean,
a brain for himself. He can
Evolution
think.
is evolution. I don't know how it started. It was obviously hundreds of millions, probably billions of years ago. For one reason or another, the circumstances arrived which was right to spark off some life. Where that's come from or whatever, I don't know. And as I say, I don't think anyone does.
That's the nonsense.
But to believe in there's an almighty power which is just like a fantasy. You might as well believe in Father Christmas.
So I'm here already.
Yeah, I'm not talking about God per se right now. What I'm saying is,
Well, that's how.
But you alluded to.
what I'm saying is that there can't be an infinite regress of dependent
Have
things.
you proved that? Have you done it?
Well,
Have
that's
you
what
done?
you believe. That's what you believe.
I'll give you an analogy. For example, if I am
called
to
false
throw
analysis,
a bottle,
He's giving you his
if I'm to throw a bottle and I need to ask someone's permission, they need to ask someone's permission,
Yes.
they need to ask someone's
Yes.
permission. If it keeps going on for infinity, will I ever get to throw the bottle?
How do you know? We don't know. Have you done it? Have you done this theory? Have you done this?
It's irrational.
That God doesn't exist.
Sorry?
No, but we are not making.
He's here to troll. It's best that you speak to him because he's interrupting a good conversation that
You
we're
are the
having.
making the claim.
So he's the one that really wants to speak. So what I'm saying is that this is a logical example that I'm asking.
No, it's not
that
logical,
if I'm
Fallacious
throwing a
arguments.
bottle and I need to ask someone's permission, they need to ask someone's permission, if it goes on for infinity, would I ever get to throw the bottle?
I don't know.
You're illiterate.
I think you do, Ricky.
Because you're
I think
illiterate.
that's it. Was it Rick or Ricky?
All right, no, go get medication.
If it goes for infinity and we keep asking for permission, there has to be, that's what I'm alluding to, that there has to be an end to that chain, that somebody at the end of the chain says, you know what, yes you can. Then he tells the person in front of him, yes you can. Then it comes all the way back to me,
Right.
and then I throw it.
Okay.
So the mere fact that we exist
Yeah.
logically, philosophically indicates that there has to be an end to that chain
Okay.
of
prove that.
dependent
Now
things.
Prove that.
Otherwise, we wouldn't exist.
Okay, now prove it then. Now
That's the
prove
point that I'm saying.
it. Now he needs to prove his claim.
Makes sense, yeah? So this is something...
Reluctantly, I'm saying, yeah, it sort of does.
You're not. I'll
Yeah.
tell you why. Because even philosophers in the past, like Leibniz, Ibn Sina, and these individuals, this is something that's generally accepted. That when he's saying somebody that doesn't want to show his face is interrupting,
It's my prerogative.
yeah, what was your point?
You have your own prerogative. Why do you have?
Yeah, what was
why
your
do
point though? What was your point?
My point is Quran the word of Allah?
That's got nothing to do with what I was
No,
saying.
we go to the point.
So
is Quran
the point
the word
was
of Allah?
what he
that's
said
what you
initially
said.
was there can be infinite regress. That was the point, but that's
No,
an illogical
we didn't
statement.
say they can't be.
So
you have
there
not
has to
proved
be-
that.
there has to be an end to that chain?
No, there hasn't.
So
you haven't proved
if
that.
for example,
That's what you need to prove.
like I used to be a primary school teacher.
Right.
So as a school teacher, sometimes if a child says,
Yeah.
"Oh, I thought the bell went at 10:55," then I'll go to, well, who told you that? Oh, Jonathan told me that.
Right.
But where did Jonathan get that from? Oh, he got it from Ricky. Where did he get it from? I don't think, I don't know.
Fallacy.
So I say,
That's
okay,
false
did a
analogy.
teacher tell you? Because the teacher's the one making the rules, isn't it? So as a teacher, I'd only accept something
no, because
that
maybe
goes
the
back
child is intelligent.
to the end of the
child
chain.
might be intelligent,
Which needs to be a
It came
teacher.
out
So
after
here,
the child.
as dependent beings, because philosophically there is something that's dependent, independent,
Slippery
or something
slope fallacy.
that
If you
can't
accept
exist.
that, the rest would follow.
So, because when it comes to existence, I'm finding it very difficult. You know, when
Yeah.
he's just
No,
badger.
slippery slope
So I'm
fallacy,
trying
Mikey.
to. So if I
That's
go off
what
the
it's
point,
called.
just bring me back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes to existences,
Yeah.
you have something that's contingent, something that's
Wait a
dependent,
minute. Define
something that's
existence first.
something that's
Do you
independent.
know what existence is?
You know, you can speak when you want, by the way. Yeah.
No.
Don't.
But you need to
Yeah.
define first.
Something that's
Define
dependent,
existence.
something that's independent, and something that's impossible existence. And
That's how they
with
trick
everything
you.
that's
When you
around
know
us.
the answer, and in a minute, it's going to come with Allah.
So-
That's what it's going to say.
Anyway,
It would have been nice. I mean,
cheers.
I think we could have had a
That's
what we
it.
like.
fruitful.
A handshake in the end of a good discussion.
Good time.
Ricky, really nice to meet you.
And you.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can have a conversation maybe some other time that you're
Why
on.
can't you have
I'll
it
be
with
here on
me
Sundays
here?
as
Why
well.
can't you have it with me?
I'll be here on Sundays.
I'm here to
if you pop
challenge
round,
anyone who has a belief.
come. I'm ready for you now.
Alright.
I'm ready
Is
for you now.
Quran the book of
I'm ready.
Allah?
I'm ready for you now.
Is Quran the
I'm
word
ready
of
for you
Allah?
now. I'm ready for you now.
Is Quran the word of
Where
Allah?
did we come from?
Is Quran?
Where did we
you are
come from?
making claim. I don't know.
You don't know.
You are the one.
You don't know where we
here
come from.
claiming knowing the
If
book.
you don't know,
No.
I'm your teacher then. I'm going to
No.
teach you where you come from.
Is Quran the word of Allah?
I'm going to teach you.
Is Quran the word of Allah?
I'm your teacher now.
Is Quran the word of Allah?
You don't know about the Quran.
No, try me.
What do you mean try you?
Try me with your answer.
What do you mean try you with the...
Try me with your
How
answer.
can I... Tell me
Yes.
about the Quran.
Is Quran the word of Allah?
Define
Why
Quran, define
this man
Quran.
can't say yes or no.
That's because you
Why
don't know what
can't-
Quran is. What's
Try,
Quran? What's
try
Quran?
Try me, matey.
I'm trying to try you.
Yes, you've been going for so many
I'm trying.
years. Yes.
You're trying yourself.
It's time for you now
What's
to
Quran?
answer.
What is the Quran?
Is Quran the word of Allah?
Yes,
Anybody
it
here
is.
answer?
What is Quran?
Is it yes?
What is
Yes
the
or
Quran?
no?
What is the
yes
Quran?
or no? Any of you?
Don't look at us. You just have
Any of you? Can any of you answer?
What is Quran?
What's happened to you? You found someone here.
You're
who was
saying
not a-
you're saying is Quran
no,
the word
I'm
of
not
Allah?
saying. I'm asking you.
You're asking-
Is Quran the word of Allah? Yes, no, I don't know.
You need to tell me what the word means. What's Quran?
Is Quran the word of Allah? Yes, no, I don't know.
Is
Which one?
Bagabu the word of Ricky?
Is Quran?
Is Bagabu the word of
Now
Ricky?
you understand?
Is Bagabu the word of Ricky?
Illiterate. I
What's
call this
Bagabu?
man illiterate.
Is Bagabu the word of Ricky?
I'm
Yes
not
or no?
making any claim. It
Is
is you.
Bagabu the word
you
of
are
Ricky?
making claims.
Is Bagabu
You
the
have
word of
the
Ricky?
book.
Yes or no?
You have the
He
book.
doesn't know. Is
Book.
Bagabu the word of
What
Ricky?
happened to your book?
Is Bagabu the word of Ricky?
What happened?
Brother, is Bagabu the word of Ricky?
What happened to this man?
What happened to this man?
What happened?
I'm
What's your
asking you.
answer?
Is Bagabu the word
What
of Ricky?
happened to your answer?
Is Bagabu the word of Ricky?
Is Quran
he
the word
can't
of
tell
Allah?
me if Bagabu is the word of Ricky.
Is Quran the word of Allah?
Ricky.
Yes, no.
Bagabu. Is Bagabu the word of Ricky?
Is Quran the word
Is
of
Bagabu
Allah?
the word of Ricky?
You see?
You see?
This is your answer. This is the man.
You see?
Is
you-
that yes?
Did you ask my
Is
pronouns?
that yes?
Did you ask my
Right,
pronouns?
I'm seeing myself.
Why are you saying man?
Exactly.
You didn't even ask my pronouns.
Exactly. I'm seeing myself.
He's a
in the
hate
mirror.
preacher.
Is-
Why didn't you ask me my pronouns?
There you go.
Why didn't you ask me my pronouns?
Ad hominem. Come on.
This is-
in a minute
this is
he's going to
your- this
attack
is-
me.
Hate
In a minute,
speech.
you're going to attack me.
This is hate speech.
Physically.
You're
What happened
assuming
to
my,
your
you're assuming my
education?
gender.
What happened to
You're
your
assuming-
Quranic education? What happened?
What happened to Bagabu?
What happened to the
What happened to
Quranic?
Bagabu according to
I
Ricky?
have made no claim here. I'm making no claim.
I haven't made any
This
claim
is
with
the
him.
man who makes claim.
What
here.
claim did I make?
That Quran is the word of Allah.
This man doesn't show his
no.
face.
Yes, no.
Show your face.
Yes, no.
Show your face.
What is it got to do
Show
with
your
my
face.
faith? My
Because it will show
question-
your honesty.
My question is answered.
Your question is answer. There you go. You have your answer then.
What is
Khalas.
Quran the book of Allah?
What about Bagabu? Tell me about Bagabu.
You understand? You're an illiterate. I put
Okay,
it
then
to
why are you
you're
asking
an
me then?
illiterate.
If I'm illiterate, why are you asking me then?
Anyone you talk here to, I will interfere.
Prove that I'm illiterate.
I will. Is Quran the word
Prove
of
that I'm
Allah?
illiterate.
Is Quran the word of
Give
Allah?
me evidence that I'm illiterate.
Is
Oh.
Can anybody answer?
He said I'm
Why?
illiterate.
Why are you scared?
He's given no evidence.
Why are you scared? Come
He's
here,
asking
please
question,
record.
but he does not
Why?
know what he's asking.
Why are you
Why are you not? Why are you not answering
Is
him? Why are
Quran
you not
the word
answering?
of Allah?
Why are you not answering him?
I'm not the one
You
who
said no. You made a claim that he's illiterate.
I am not the one.
You made a
I
claim.
am not
Look,
the
look.
one.
You made a claim.
Why
that
do you
he's
think I'm illiterate?
No, prove him. Yeah, prove that.
Quran the word of Allah.
Khalas.
Yes, no, I don't know. Come here, please. Come in the middle. No. Let it be recorded.
Why are you ignoring me?
Recorded. Let it be recorded. Is Quran the word of Allah?
Yes.
Yes.
The opposite to
No, I don't know.
that. Can we see who
No. Is Quran the word of Allah? Yes. No, I don't know. He can't. My friend.
He is not
he
somebody
knows.
that wants explanation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we deal with him how he wants to be dealt
No.
with.
That's
how he wants to be dealt with.
Argumentum ad
You called
hominem.
me illiterate.
Argumentum
And now you're
ad
talking about ad hominem.
Yeah.
What, have you just read the book of fallacies before you came?
Explain
You have
me.
to apply the fallacies in the right
Now,
place.
for
Oh, I
many
know what ad
years,
hominem is.
these
Oh,
people
wow.
which-
I'm going to put on a mask
What
and come
happened
and
to
say
you?
the same thing again and
Yes,
again.
what
Oh,
happened?
wow.
Answer the
Prove to me
question.
that I'm illiterate.
Answer the question. We would know.
Prove to me that I'm
Yeah,
illiterate.
okay.
You made a claim.
Is Quran?
Prove it.
Is
Prove
Quran
that
the
I'm
word
illiterate.
of Allah?
Prove that I'm
Nobody's
illiterate.
answering. Why?
Khalas.
Why? What happened to you? Because you know it's not. Because you know
We
it's
take
not.
away the energy from him. Don't give him the attention.